Hello everyone, it's Joe Weaver here again. Took another walk out into the state park where I live here in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's another beautiful day out here. In my last video regarding the dimensional markers, I mentioned that my next video would be about the waves of ascension. And this is something that I've described before in many different ways, of course, in some of my New Paradigm MDT seminar courses. And, you know, Ascension and everything else has been talked about a lot within the last couple of years. You know, we talked about everybody last year was really hyped up regarding 2012 and you know, talking about the Mayan calendar and everything else. And there's, you know, a lot of truth to all that. The majority of it is you know, a lot of it is beyond our comprehension, beyond our the majority of, I say, our mental capability to comprehend. So over this last year, of course, today is I think it's November 28th, 2013, Thanksgiving Day, and you know, we got comet, what most people describe as comet Ison. It's just getting ready to round the sun, and it's going to be coming back through. And you know, there's talk about that, and it's also tied into the blue star of at the Hopi I talked about in the past, and some people, as I just read this morning on an article, you know, mentioned that basically this is tied into, say, the return of Christ consciousness on earth. And the thing is that in a lot of different ways, it was always here, this, say, Christ consciousness, or that dimensional level of, say, diamond level of frequency or consciousness. It's always been here. It's always been on earth, but necessarily it's not necessarily been say, lived in physical form. It's just been here in different, the consciousness and the energy has been here. That's the other part that I've released or say talked about in some of my past videos regarding becoming more aware of our multi-dimensional levels of ourself, and seeing how we operate as multi-dimensional beings. And we're starting to basically step into those shoes right now, to where we're beginning to live it physically. So the subject of ascension in itself and the waves of ascension could be a topic that we could go on and talk about for a couple hours. The main points that I wanted to bring up today and to share was what I'm seeing currently is, you know, you have waves like on the ocean, and sometimes the ocean has the waves aren't very prominent compared to each other. What's going on right now is you might be seeing, and also some of you are experiencing a difference. Say there's a major difference between different people's experiences currently going on Earth. You could say the difference between wave number 1, wave number 2, wave number 3 are basically becoming more defined, which means that the experience the people are having that are on wave number 1 is a lot different than the people are experiencing on wave number 2 and wave number 3. And it's and there's a lot of you know, that it's very easy, you could say, to compare yourself to other people in a lot of different ways. And the more that we release that, the more that it's easier for us to comprehend how all the waves are working together as one, even though all the waves are separate necessarily. Everyone, no matter who they are, or how they act, or whatever, or what energy exists on Earth, everything has its rightful place. And everything is involved in the waves, because all the waves are part of the same ocean. Everything has its place. So, you know, a lot of the people that are involved, you could say, that are more aware, say, of the Ascension process, or say, the changes that are going on, you know, might be viewing other people in ways that saying they're missing the boat, or they're not involved in this as much as I am, or whatever else. And, you know, that's where judgment's coming in. And we can release that to basically see everyone is divinely where they are to be. Because everyone has choice. Everyone has free choice. And to ride the wave, or you know, a lot of people in accordance with their I am presences are basically on the waves, whatever wave they're on. And so let me try to explain the differences, say, going back about 12 or 13 years, and in relation to Ascension, and also, say, current or electricity and energy. As you know about, say, electricity that we use on Earth, you know, we have you have different say, circuit boards that we use in our computers. We have the electrical power that brings us electricity into our house, and so on. And those are all done through grids. And so when the energy is coming through the grid or through the circuit board, if there's a surge of electricity, basically it's going to blow out the circuit board. It's the same thing as certain electronic products and so on, hair dryers and other things, work on, say, 110 voltage. If you hooked something into something that's bringing 220 volts that's used to run on 110, it's going to fry it. It's going to basically blow it out. And so pretty much that's the way source energy works. You could also say Mahatma, law of energy. It has no duality. It is 0 point. And therefore, it has many different levels of that source energy. Mahatma has many different levels of source energy. Levels of it. Maybe many different frequencies of it. So as we are integrating more, say, the different levels of frequency ranges, it has to be acclimated. It can't come all in at the same time. And as we, in order for higher frequency energy to come into denser form, it has to be acclimated. It has to be integrated in a balance and harmony. In order to do that, it takes time. So, as far as us in physical form, we are part of that transformation. Everyone is, no matter who they are, and or what wave they are on. And so, as the energy comes in, it assists in the transformation. Again, it's not about, you know, our duality levels of consciousness is always looking like something does not fit, and therefore it must go somewhere else. But basically, in one way or another, either it's transformed from the space. Everything is transformed or situated, organized in a way that basically, because everything is one in one way or another on the different dimensional levels. So many of us in physical form, according to the waves of Ascension, have had sort of like a time of awakening. It's sort of like it's built into our, you could say, our DNA or our own personal seed blueprint in this physical form to awaken at predetermined intervals according to the will of our, say, I am God self. And so throughout, you know, this period of time in the last, say, 50 years, and even beyond that. People in physical form have been awakening at predetermined intervals to assist with the wave of transformation here on Earth. As we awaken, we're grounding more of our eternal essence and also vibration and consciousness, which then assists in the transformation of the grids on Earth. It basically flows out and assists the rest of, say, the waves of people, souls, energy, including the plants, animals, all the elemental kingdom and so on, working together and changing. Because we're not just going through a personal transformation here or ascension. We're going through a physical dimensional shift. And that means not only the Earth is transforming, ascending, but the whole universe is ascending and beyond. And therefore every single thing within the universe, including every single thing on Earth, is transforming, changing, evolving into a higher level of consciousness and also vibration. So also going back, a lot of people were aware of, and we went through the triple date numbers, say 1/1 of 2001. 5/5 of 2005, and then all the way up through 12/12/12. Each one of those years we say grounded, we transformed, we acclimated to a higher level of vibration within not only the levels of our consciousness, but the consciousness and energy here on Earth. The Earth, Gaia, whatever you wish to call this biosphere of Earth, is already, you could say, a fifth dimensional level of consciousness or being. So what's going on right now is she is basically, and along with our assistance, transforming and releasing the density. The density in itself is the 3D world. It's tied into density. It's not necessarily bad. There doesn't, again, in non-polarity unity consciousness, there's no bad or good. It just is. Everything is different levels of vibration and consciousness. So everything, including physical beingness, physical ways of being, people, this goes into the fear programs and all this other stuff that goes on Earth. All of that is slowly dissolving. So as it's dissolved, then it allows for greater, say, vibrational energy, greater unity, awareness, and so on to exist. So going back to about the different waves of ascension, as I described, each wave are becoming more defined. The people that are on the first wave are having experiences that a lot of other people may not be having. And again, there's nothing wrong with this or the people that are not necessarily experiencing what you are or whatever else. But at the same time, to really tap in to your own frequency, the frequency that aligns with your own bliss, that aligns with your own heart, what brings you joy, peace, love, and happiness at this time, no matter where you are or what's going on in your life. What that will do is align you to ride in harmony and balance on whatever wave you're on. And as the people, again, continue to evolve and integrate and remember who everyone is, it allows that vibration and energy to be integrated into the collective in a balanced and harmony, in balance and harmony. If everyone woke up at the same time here on Earth, it would fry the system. We would blow out the main, say, electrical current of this collective being that we are. And so that's the reason why not everybody's waking at the same time. It it is a timed, it's all in divine order, how we are awakening in divine, say, intervals. And those divine intervals are the waves of our own awakening. So, honor where you are and where everyone else is. And this also doesn't have to do with, say, our physical age. A lot of time, again, tied into these third-dimensional linear ways of looking at things. It looks like, you know, the older you are, the more wisdom you may have. And this is not necessarily true. There are a lot of really young children being born right now that are carrying the, say, the collective memory and knowing, or say wisdom, or and so on, that it's going to evolve into this next new paradigm in the new earth. And so let's honor who, I mean, these people, or these children and so on, are many, you know, very evolved beings, and say ascended masters and galactic masters and so on. And so they carry with them, you know, knowledge of, you know, how, say, an evolved level of beingness lives. You'd say the fifth dimensional ways of living, or however in the world you wish to describe it. So, you know, even though they might not, the children, or even the older people, or whatever, might not be experiencing what you're experiencing, or the people on the first wave are experiencing, know that everybody has their place. Everyone has been incarnated into different intervals for different reasons. Everybody has a role. Everyone has a divine plan according to their own I am presence and God self monad, of how they're participating in this collective, say, physical transformation. So, is to be at peace with what's going on here, is the only words that I can really share, and to see and to allow, you know, things to work out in divine order. So no matter what wave you're on, and surfing the waves, we can all be waving to each other, even though, again, as I mentioned, that we might be on different waves. Everyone might be on different waves of the ascension and the changes here on Earth. Is that we are all part of the same ocean, no matter what or how in the world we're going through it. It might be crazy at times. There's no doubt about that. This experience on Earth is incredibly a wild ride, but an incredible experience it is. So, hope this assists, and in your own path, in your own journey, and riding the waves. Just ride, be in peace and balance, have fun. We're all together in this. And so we'll see what happens next, what we're going to create next. The playing field is open. So let's see what we're going to do. Till next time, this is Joe Weaver signing out. Namaste. See you next time.